Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number one between the Benis Breakers and Team Fusion. Spawning on the bottom side of the map wearing the blue health bars this game is going to be the Benis Breakers. In the top lane, Senekin will be playing Fiora. In the jungle, Savage to the Beyond Kane. In mid lane, JV playing Swain. And in the bottom lane, Zildjian and Sam Jam 101 will be on the Varus and Braum combo.
And on the red side, we've got Dogmar playing the big boy tree, Maokai. We've got Hoisi on the Talia jungle. We've got Jabroni back on his Ari in the mid lane. And we've got Karasuda and Codekin on the Misfortune and the Nami.
Sorry, hitting a bunch of buttons there. Um, oh, my scoreboard's wrong.
Nice.
Go ahead and talk really quick.
Okay, well, I mean, excellent start for Savage to the B. Already getting some early transformation points off of Dogmar there. With the not particularly super heavy tanky team, Ross transformation is probably the way to go, but it's also going to be very difficult to get that Ross transformation. For range champions here, Seneca getting a little bit of cheese in the bush.
Sorry, we're all good now. Level 1 fight between Fiora and Maokai. Shouldn't be the most exciting fight in the world, but looks like Senekin's going to get the better of the trade.
You might have missed the Dogmar giving the Fiora emote. I thought it was pretty fitting.
So anyway, this matchup between Benis Breakers, who've struggled coming in. They're sitting at 1-4 against the 4-1 Team Fusion. We'll have to see if Benis Breakers can flip the script here, or if Fusion assert their dominance. Now, I do have to say this is a champion I don't think we've seen Karasuda play yet. He's played pretty much entirely Kalista and Ashe, so I'm interested to see how the Misfortune goes for him.
It's interesting seeing Hoey actually give up the level 2 scrap for that Scuttle Crab. Maybe it's just how I like to play the Talia jungle, but I would be all up in his face.
Yeah, I know you've been playing the Talia jungle. Do you want to talk a little bit about its strength compared to some of the other meta junglers?
So, this will be the one little side note. I have not played since they reduced the damage on her Q from 60% to 50%. But prior to that reduction, I absolutely spammed it for a brief little bit. Really strong early clear, honestly kind of too good of a clear for as being the champ that she is. But
JV's going to go ahead and pull in Jabroni's here, hit him with the Eye of Sauron. Looks good on the combo early, at least on
yes,
from JV.
yes. Yeah, I commented on that last week. I was like, hey, you might want to work on that, and he did an excellent job kind of holding his W this time, or I mean, popping the W and holding the yoink. But anyway, going back to the Talia jungle, especially once she gets her jungle item completed, that Runic Echoes, she almost never will run out of mana, because all she has to do is pop it on a camp and she gets like 300 mana back. And you put out just a stupid amount of damage.
I'm actually really interested in this bottom lane. This is actually I would say the strength for both of these teams. Zildjian's been kind of the consistent, one of the more consistent performers on Benis Breakers. Meanwhile, since Karasuda's got added to the Team Fusion lineup, he and Codekin have looked very strong down there in the bot lane, so feels like a good matchup of strengths down there and something worth keeping an eye on. Do you like the Misfortune Nami lane, or do you think that pairing's maybe just a little less than desirable?
There definitely is parts of it that I like. You've got Nami capable of landing multiple bits of CC for a Misfortune ult. Of course, you do have the Brahmi just to kind of stop everything.
That's a lot of poke coming down off of the empowered double up. Missed the comet though, but not that you can direct that. Let's just go ahead and blame Karasuda for that. Man, you gotta control your comets a little bit better.
Also, the maybe not for like just a straight up all in, but the Nami E. Nice little double up there. Anyway, with the Nami E, and then the love tap passive from Misfortune. just like a single auto is going to do a stupid amount of damage, especially if she does go into like a lethality sort of build.
Both of these junglers should be a little bit more passive early on. Talia and Kayn don't have the, I don't want to say the greatest early ganks. Talia even probably a little bit stronger than Kayn early.
Absolutely. I honestly don't know if there's really ever downtime for Talia. Maybe level 1. That's what I would say her downtime is.
Senekin's doing a really nice job procking these vitals onto Dogmar, looking to get aggressive, but now that Aftershock giving him the bonus resistances should force Senekin to not fully commit to that one. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with both of these teams' team comps. It looks like they're playing to their relative strengths, and they both have team comps that make a decent amount of sense. There's not a big split win condition team comp like we've seen some of the other teams pull out. Senekin's going to go ahead and get aggressive on Dogmar. Dogmar has the ultimate available. Now Senekin finally hitting level 6 during the middle of this grab. Which team would you favor the longer the game goes
on? The longer the game goes on, that's a tough one.
If we stay even at these 0 kills, probably not going to happen. But
yeah, definitely not going to happen. Swain will outscale the Ahri. The Misfortune Nami should get outscaled as well. But the Talia, I would say the Talia outscales the Rust, or the Kayn, I guess. We don't know if he commits to Rust.
Jabroni's has to burn the Spirit Rush there to get out of just a little bit of trouble. Uses it to put down a tiny bit of damage onto JV, but JV has the Demonic Ascension now.
So I guess really as far as
now Dogmar's healed up. Savage to the B is here, misses the Reaping Slash, and Senekin goes aggressive with that Grand Challenge, but not able to proc enough vitals, and Dogmar's going to get out of the gank. Burns the Flash, but basically the first gank we've seen from either jungler so far.
Anyway, as far as scaling goes, really the Benis Breakers I would say outscales, but for the easier to execute fight, even come late game, it's definitely going to be Fusion. Fiora most likely going to need to be in the side lane and keep the Maokai trying to stop her, essentially. That would be their kind of little one condition.
Yeah, JV pulls in Hoei-C, that's a good combo. Forces the flash away from the Team Fusion jungler. So maybe missing a little bit of that playmaking potential with the seismic shove late, if he does decide to go to a lane now. Dogmar and Senekin really not showing any respect for each other here in the top lane. I feel like Dogmar just wants to farm, and Senekin's just not really letting him. That's a decent CS lead opened up so far by Senekin on the Fiora. Red buff being targeted now by Uncle Jabroni's. Looks like that maybe the spot, he's going to go ahead and catch Savage to the B, trying to go through the wall, Ignite ticking him down. One more auto is going to land. He flashes through the wall, but it's not enough as he burns down to the Ignite. And first blood on the solo kill goes over to Uncle Jabroni's. Now he finds JV over the wall. Hoei is here to try to back him up. Spirit Rush coming through, but now the Demonic Ascension is popped. He's got all 5 stacks. If he can get that stacked up, he could do some damage, but just going to be forced away. Keeps his flash available as well, so he has a little bit of threat still left on him. But Jabroni so far making 2 plays really to get his team a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Savage finally going down to, like, I think the last tick of Ignite. He did have Smite available to use on that red buff to get a little bit of health, but I guess chose not to.
Now Grand Challenge coming out from Senekin. Pops 1, pops 2. This looks really good by Senekin, actually. And Dogmar should go down eventually. Tiamat not quite enough. Senekin gets the reset, though. There we go. There's the... Anyway, it looked really good on that Grand Challenge. What you want to do is use Grand Challenge and then proc as many vitals as you can without committing your Q to them, so that you can get all 4 relatively quickly. And that was really clean by Senekin, actually. I love me some good Fiora play.
still can't decide whether there's like I mean, the rework is definitely healthier than the old version. I just can't decide whether I like it or not.
On the Fiora?
Yeah, like I mean, I like what they did with it, and I like sort of like the vitals. I just feel like the tuning on her is really difficult because she's either god tier or not relevant.
Yeah, Fiora was the first release champion that I bought on release, so it has a little bit of a special place in my heart. The stupid old untargetable ultimate that just killed everything was
Yep, buy a
fantastic.
Tiamat AoE, kill everyone.
But they definitely gave her a lot more tells. I don't know. It always feels like an engaging lane when you're fighting her, even though it might not be the best. Dogmar uses the Nature Scratch. Meanwhile, JV has to flash away in mid lane from the gank from OEC, and now Ari and Talia should have a pretty good shove here in mid lane. They actually spot out Savage to the B near that top Scuttle Crab as well, so some free damage on the mid tower. Maybe not the best reward for the gank, but
They still knocked that mid down to under 50%, I believe. We're not necessarily looking at it right now, but
yeah. Plus they
yeah.
forced the teleport out of JV, so they'll actually have a teleport advantage here briefly. Well, as Dogmars is coming up, Senecan and JVs are both down. Couple
Anyway,
of partial items coming through. Looks like the Bramble Vest first on Maokai means that Fiora no longer gets to have as much fun in that lane. And looks like we've got a lethality on Karasuda on Misfortune.
Alright, so this is where we could possibly see the Talia take off. She had like been around, tried to make some plays and all, but she's got her jungle item complete. That's a huge burst of AP. I think they buffed that up to what, 80 now in that jungle item? Yeah, 80 AP. Plus she's got the extremely good mana regen.
Yeah,
Basically, at this point, this is where you get to go, like, run around, impact the map, and then next thing you realize, oh, I have 4,000 gold, and I forgot the back.
Yeah, plus has the Weaver's Wall available, so definitely a lot of playmaking potential available right now for Hoey. Meanwhile, Savage is still sitting on just base Kayn. Hasn't had a huge impact just yet on that pick.
Have they ever added a transformation meter for spectators?
Nope. Flash Charm from Uncle Jabronis is going to land, plus the Seismic Shove, and Hoey C will pick up the kill in mid lane. Really aggressive play by Uncle Jabronis, but definitely paying off for him there. Another charm lands onto Savage, chunking him out under tower. Ooh, the Runic Echoes proc taking him down to sub 100 HP. That's going to force him away. That should be a mid tower going down in favor of Team Fusion. Now Karasuda and Codekin looking to get aggressive. Spectated camera can't decide exactly where they want to look.
I honestly thought that was going to be a kill in the mid lane. Hoey had flash available and could have continued pelting with Q.
Yeah, they make the safe play though. They make the guaranteed play. They get the tower gold, the first tower gold as well. Split between your mid and jungler feels pretty good. And now it's happy farm time. We haven't seen either team attempt a dragon or a Rift Herald yet. I'm interested to see when those neutral objectives start to become a higher priority for these teams.
I know you're not a huge fan of them like at all, and I enjoy them as an item occasionally, but the Mobies on Kayn this game is something I would never recommend. You've got the Maokai crowd control, you've got Talia's with a little bit of crowd control, and plus the magic damage. You got the Ari charm and magic damage, and Nami.
Yeah, the mobility boots in general aren't a very good item unless you plan on really impacting the map, rotating between lanes quickly, or, I mean, they were the safe warding boots for a while for supports. I don't think that's necessarily the case right now. Tidal Wave gonna go ahead and disengage in the bot lane, and Karasuda and Code can just get to walk out of that gank. Now Hoey is here, lands the Unraveled Earth into the Seismic Shove, and Zam is just down. The bubble lands as well onto Savage to the B. Weaver's Wall comes through as Hoey trying to continue pelting him with the rocks. Does he have another rock? Not quite. Now JV's walked over, goes ahead and pulls in Hoey just for a little bit of damage from the shotgun hand, but Senekin is teleported in, lands a stun off of the riposte, and now Uncle Jabronis comes over the wall using the Spirit Rush. This fight is a mess, but so far it's a 1-for-1. JV now just trying to get the suck down, uses the Bird Bomb, but not enough damage as Dogmar finishes it off. Karasuda takes 2 tower shots. That looked pretty dangerous, but he'll go ahead and get out with his life. It's a 2-for-1, all things considered, as both of the solo laners go down for the Venus Breakers. Yeah, Hoey is outputting so much damage on that Talia jungle. It's kind of disgusting. And look at the mana regen. He was out of mana, hits the dragon with a Q, now he's got mana again.
Yeah, literally every Luden's proc, when you're that low, it's like, here's 300 mana back.
Savage is here just over the wall. He's 2 levels behind though, so I don't know that this is going to be a successful steal. Comes over with the Q, the Reaping Slash not enough to pick it up, and then he'll get spotted out by Uncle Jabronis and the rest of the squad as Jabronis picks up his second. Yeah, he had the opportunity to steal. It looked like the love tap from Karasuda was enough to pick up the dragon. Now Senekin still showing his disdain for Dogmar existing here in the top lane. He has Grand Challenge available, but Dogmar is starting to trade back a little bit stronger on these trades. This lane really isn't fun for Maokai for a while, and then you hit this mid-game spike where you just kind of look at Fiora and she can't do anything, and then eventually Fiora outscales you.
Director Camera really loves top. I mean, I guess there's not much going on right now.
Yeah, it usually likes it because the top laners are just fighting each other. Hoey started the Rift Herald, but he's spotted by JV now. Hand of... I can't think of the name of it, but the hand's gonna miss from
Never move?
from JV. It's just called Never Move still? Okay.
Yeah, they thought that was like the iconic ability from Swing before the rework.
But let's change it so that it looks nothing like it and doesn't act the same way. Anyway, Jabronis is going to go ahead and kill Savage there. The Rift Herald's still alive at 200 health. I don't actually know who got it, but Dogmar is going to kill off JV, and the Herald, it looks like got picked up by Hoey C, so somebody on Fusion was able to secure it in all of that mess. And they're going to lose 2 members for it as well. So Fusion now has the ability to strongly push whatever lane they want. Looks like they're going to assign 3 mid and 2 to top lane. And the Rift Herald going to go top as well, and Senekin just forced to back away from that tower, so at least 1 tower going to be picked up now, if not 2. Senekin didn't recall. Wanted to recall and then didn't. Zam's going to get found by a charm though. Chunked out. Now Dogmar diving Senekin underneath tower. Out of mana though, so they're not going to be able to follow through. Now Savage finds Dogmar over the wall, and Hoey's a little bit separated from the team. Savage trying to get super aggressive here. Hoey's trying to run back to his team, but Senekin's found him with the Grand Challenge. And should be a pickup there. Fiora is going to pick up the kill. Savage still in a lot of trouble though, off in no man's land, as Uncle Jabronis will take the kill with the Orb of Deception. Another nice riposte from Senekin though. JV and Zam going in. The Unbreakable just a little bit late, taking a lot of damage that didn't necessarily have to happen. And Zam gonna go down to the love tap under tower. Charm over the wall from Jabronis, trying to aggress on JV, but won't be able to find it. and it's 10 kills to 3. Pretty strongly in favor of Fusion. It's just a matter of them trying to close out before Fiora becomes too much of a problem in the side lane, I guess.
Yeah, not much really of any damage output on the side of Benis Breakers. We're still waiting on the Varus to get to his item spikes. I mean, he's got the Rage Blade for starters, but that's not a bad spike. But that's really about it. JV. Oh.
Savage is finally Rost. He gets found in his own jungle, though, and he flashes to pelt him with that rock for the kill. His 4th of the game now.
Anyway, JV going with the full magic resist build. I feel like we've seen the Ahri versus Swain matchup between these two previously, and he's done the exact same thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Jabroni's Ahri or if it was, it might have been Spitfire playing Ahri.
Yeah, but either way, going full magic resist, so unless he's in that very, like, small 300 range or whatever, he's not doing any damage amp to himself, so it's nothing but magic resist and health.
Jabroni's dodging out the Winner's Bite and the Glacial Fissure. Now the Nature's Grasp coming over the wall as Dogmar's looking to collapse, and the two solo laners just trying to fight 2v3 here in the mid lane. JV forced to pop the Demonic Ascension now. Zildjian running away, gets found by the Charm though, and the Orb of Deception picks up the kill as Jabroni's uses the Flash and Ignite aggressively again. Dogmar follows through. Weaver's Wall, just going to kind of mildly inconvenience people, but Hoey able to get the Seismic Shove into the damage. Now Senekin and Savage to be trying to make something happen top lane. The bullet time just ripping through Savage as he goes down. Grand Challenge is popped, so the Senekin is healing up, but he's not able to find that critical amount of damage, and it's a double kill for Karasuda on the Misfortune.
That feels bad if you're Senekin. That Nami lived with like 5 health. Feels bad.
Inhibitor in mid, Inhibitor in bottom under fire as Team Fusion push in. Not even worrying about the Baron or Dragons on the table. Only the one Dragon taken this game. Now Fusion looking for the Dragon.
Yep, Dungeon Drake number 2. I don't really know if they need it with as ahead as they are, but they'll have an extremely good Baron taking power with this.
And they already have a pretty reasonable amount of damage. Karasuda secures his 2nd Dragon in the game. But yeah, not a whole lot to say at this point. Everybody gonna go back. It's a 12,000 gold lead for Team Fusion over the Benis Breakers. 8 turret advantage as well, and the game's kind of snowballed out of control. Looks like Fusion want the Baron before they end. Got to take every objective on the map.
Not really anything else interesting to cover in the builds. Maybe, I guess the Talia's are going for Leandri's.
Codekin steals the kill
Yeah,
from Hoey there as they find Savage again.
That's the cure.
Savage having a rough game on the Kane. 0-7-0. Probably not the performance he envisioned coming in. Jabroni's finds the charm onto JV. That's the most exciting thing happening. Karasuda secures the Baron. What an objective securing performance for Karasuda on the Misfortune. Teleport coming in, they're going to go ahead and take down the last inhibitor tower. Nature's Grasp just thrown down by Dogmar. He does actually have the range. Going to find JV. He'll get Seismic shoved in, and the mid laner already deleted from the map as Hoey picks up his 6th kill of the game. Meanwhile, Karasuda and Codekin on the bottom side just trying to make something happen. The Reaping Slash lands from Savage to the B, but he's going to get found by Dogmar and punched back in. Jabroni's picks up the kill now as the tidal wave comes through. Not able to connect with anybody. They're on the Nexus. bullet time comes through. Senecan almost able to pick off Karasuda as the game ends, but it's not to be. That's a pretty dominating performance there from Team Fusion. I'd love to say we have a game two, but we don't. Benis Breakers unfortunately forfeit game number two as well, so that's a 2-0 series win for Team Fusion.
Yeah, really not much to say. Pretty much everyone. I mean, everyone did get ahead. There's only two deaths or three deaths, I guess. Excuse me.
Yeah, Senecan definitely had some opportunities there in the top lane against Dogmar, but ultimately we saw kind of that mid game spike we were talking about where Maokai is just disgusting. Um, yeah, do you have a game and series MVP for me?
Well, they probably just go with Jabroni. Set up an early lead mid. Was able to impact the map, keep side pressure going while neutral objectives were secured by Karasuda.
Yeah, the flash charms were definitely on point as well, so
Yeah,
able to pick that
definitely.
one up. Um,
I'm a fan of the Talia jungle, but I will say Jabroni had more impact. Talia just naturally does so much damage that if you get ahead, you look really good on her.
so that's gonna do it here for game number one. We're gonna have just a short break, and then we'll jump into a live game between Dude Where's My Elo and Team Fusion, who you just saw. Um, yeah, we'll have Wing Nation with us for at least the first game, maybe two if it's very quick. I know you have work commitments
Yep, food and
this
work.
evening. Um, yeah, if you're watching on either of those two teams, I do need an invite.